The Orni of Ifat, Obahade Yaya Ogunwusi, or Jar Jar II, has officially presented a certificate of Yoruba territory to Quilombola territory in Brazil, making the city the first outside Africa to receive the title. The highly revered Yoruba king also on Tuesday addressed Brazil's Federal House of Assembly, where he officially inaugurated the first ever National Orisha Day in the South American country. Oba Ogunwusi addressed the Brazilian parliament on the special session for Hiselse practitioners marking the National Day for Orisha religion in Brazil. The Horny said the royal visit was undertaking to bridge the gap between the Yoruba race and the rest of the world through cultural integration and globalizing Yoruba culture in the diaspora. The royal father and his entourage from Nigeria arrived in the Brazilian city of Bahia on Sunday and met with President Lula da Silva in the Brazilian capital, Brasilia, on Monday. The Orni delivered the title in the Quingoma community, in Louro de Freitas, in the metropolitan region of Salvador. Residents of Quilombola celebrated the delivery of the title of Yoruba territory, which would further strengthen and preserve the Yoruba history, culture, and language in the community. The Quilombola was recognized for having received and welcomed Yoruba people, who were enslaved and forcibly removed from their base in Nigeria during the era of the slave trade in Africa. The recognition of Quilombola as Yoruba territory is another step in the fight for respect for African history, for the history of the Quilombola dates back to the 17th century. Currently, around 580 families live in the area, covering approximately 1,200 hectares. Quingoma has been recognized as a Quilombola territory by the Palmers Foundation since 2013, the statement said. Orni disclosed that the rich and robust history of the Brazilians and the Yoruba people have dated back time immemorial. The royal father said that the steps taken would not only preserve the history via cultural preservation, but would also give Brazilians a sense of belonging, which would help to foster improvement in strengthening the heritage of Yoruba globally. Conies in his submission said the event was a very personal one for him, as he is passionate about preserving the Yoruba's culture and its deep-rooted values. This event will lay precedents for the Yoruba language and its culture to be more acceptable globally. You can see the excitement on their faces. Their Babalawo are well grounded in the teachings of IFA and can render the Odu IFA and its panegyrics like our IFA priest do in Nigeria, Orni stated. According to Orni, the Brazilians hold their gods like Shango, Ogun, Yemojar, and Obatarla in high esteem and have designated days to celebrate these gods with colorful displays infused with plenty aesthetics. They also speak Yoruba, which is one thing I love about them. It's very essential to harmonize them and also show solidarity that we are part of them and they are part of us. This will foster good bilateral trade between Brazil and Nigeria and